on my crit D4 in case I get another crit.
Something stupid.
Coming back in. Hey everybody.
For a landing.
So we I'm just gonna play with this for a little bit. Jamie, if you're watching the chat and everything like that, just let me know how the audio sounds. But anyway, the group here, they successfully did some investigation around town. The two in the corner over there fought an elk in the cornfield.
Did you want to start it like this as a new video since you do put them in separate?
That's kind of what I'm doing. It'll just all kind of get released at the same time. I'm not gonna like split them up too much.
Okay.
We have Cornelius, who didn't do too much. He kind of went to the blacksmith and did some things. And then the two...
Things.
He got his favor with the inn.
Yeah, and then the two over here, they chop some wood. So you are at night in the inn having some post-day drinks before you're going to sleep.
I'm still out of breath.
Yeah.
I'm going to poke you on the shoulder. Forest.
Anyone else want to chime in on that?
I like forests.
Well, I'd rather not. I and Cornelius are already venturing into the forest for our own reason that I was going to bring to your attention. It seems that the man running the lumber mill has lost many employees from a deeper building deeper in the woods. For some reason they went out there for their job and they came back and all quit. So I'd like your help to investigate that. They didn't give reason, they just came back and told him they will no longer work for him.
Did we ask how long ago that was?
We did not.
Listening. And Casimir notebook. Deers from the forest. Tell them.
Yes, deers reside in the forest.
Yes, but elk seem to be coming out of the woods and causing a stir in the farm areas, attacking the crops for strange reasons and acting somewhat crazy.
As I present two horns. Dead deer.
Relatively peaceful creatures. Maybe what scared the men scared the deer.
Maybe the deer scared the men.
And the men scared the deer?
And vice versa. They both just ran out to the forest.
Mystery solved.
No, Cornelius, you're still coming.
Where's Idris?
Got scared of the deer.
Alright. We will investigate the woods first thing in the morning. Everyone get a good night's sleep so that we can take care of that.
Did we ever figure out
Oh,
what to
I
call those
won't
people?
have a problem with that.
Those people?
The ones that chased me all night? Brown cloaks. Okay. They were wearing brown. I'm gonna change my
Their
cloak.
pants will be brown after I'm through with them.
What?
That's not fair.
And with that, I'm going to sleep.
I'll see you in the morning.
I'm just gonna look at you like.
Not too early, I hope.
You wanna get a copy of that?
No.
So, the next morning, again, the night passes peacefully in the sleeping sheep. Everything, despite the town being what it is, it seems like kind of a haven from any ails going on outside. And you wake
Ales outside.
with nothing out of the ordinary. And I assume he's trying to sleep again, right?
Oh yeah, I'm up, I'm ready, I got my hand X's in my belt. I'm all excited. I go find Cornelius right away because I know he's might be a little trouble trying to get to come with.
I'd be downstairs already talking to the innkeep.
Miss Miller.
Miss Miller.
So I go up to Cornelius' door. Wizard! Come on, Cornelius.
Come on, buddy.
Why?
We have business to attend to. And you joyfully agreed yesterday. I saw it in your eye.
You'll have to give me some time to get ready.
Hurry and put your materials together. Let's go!
Be patient. Have your morning drinks.
I'll have one waiting for you. It'll get you right.
Before they come downstairs,
Yes.
and hopefully before customers come in, I'm gonna ask her. Contract.
She'll kind of like shake her head. I would creep the Birdman, but I ain't got the gold for you. They're bleeding me dry here.
Doesn't got teeth. Oh. Alright. It doesn't have to be gold. Just worth my time. Or show what I know. Or worth, not my time, worth their time.
I mean, this small town person isn't really used to your cryptic words, so she's, confused and... I mean, not that she's confused, but she doesn't really know what you mean by there, because you're asking about it, and she's...
I say that I knew somebody.
I know.
Started.
Even then, she's, she knows everyone in town. Who would you know in town? She's not, putting the dots together. There's a reason why she runs it in and not something more important.
So if I finish breakfast and my first drink and he's not down there, I'm going to go back up to pester him again.
He's not down there. There's no way he's ready to go.
No, I know.
That's a fair assumption.
I'm sleeping. I'm too tired. I worked too
I'm
much
gonna get up.
yesterday.
Gonna scout as I start walking towards the door.
Where are you going?
Going.
Come here.
Over. Thinking to myself, what, does he think I'm gonna get lost?
I mean, yes. Yes. I'm going to need your assistance too.
I'm having some trouble deciding which pet to bring into the forest.
I'll be right there to help you. And if I don't see him, I'm going to go wake him up too, because he said he was exhausted and still in bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold
I'm trying to
I'm gonna hold you,
rally everybody.
and I'm gonna sneak towards the door and open it.
All right, make a stealth roll. Then you make a persistence roll.
5.
Okay. 11.
My perception is wisdom, so
Yes,
0.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up on you and scare the shit out of you. You wanna do that?
Ah! I light some flames just above my bed.
That's the last time you'll do that.
He learned quickly not to go scare the poor wizard.
Cornelius, if you have a bear or a wolf,
I think you maybe, I've had pets.
I've seen such pets.
From one of my size?
Height, maybe.
I once saw a dwarf with an elephant as a pet.
Do you know anything of the surrounding area?
It's wooded.
Or
Unfamiliar.
Possibly the river runs through the forest?
By the look of it, it
No.
does not.
definitely not.
By the look of the map.
Unless it's like way the freak out there.
I didn't know exactly where we were going.
Up
We're
here.
going north.
The forest.
We'll do the forest on here first.
The forest.
Forest.
Well, I suppose we could bring toes.
Who's? Show me.
1 second. I've got like all sorts of candles and such set up, like it seems that I'm doing something ritualistic, and I will draw a circle that you cannot see, and I will reach into the circle and pull out a weasel by its tail. Drop it on the floor. Toes!
How is that going to help us?
He
My
can
head is
move.
not cold.
He can move quickly.
I get that reference.
All right, everyone. Less
All right.
commotion, more motion. Day's short here.
The nobles got the right idea.
Stop calling me that.
I'm sorry, that is how I know you.
He is a hero.
He's not even a noble. Like, that's not even his background.
Right, he is a hero. And we should address him as such.
Captain.
A hero against elk.
Mm-hmm. Ricard,
He's got the horns.
the Elk Slayer.
It wasn't Ricard who murdered the elk.
Famed hero.
If I'm to be honest.
To the mill. Or lumberyard.
Just give me one more hour to prepare my discs so I may bring my smith's tools.
I'm walking out the front door. He's not coming.
Come along.
What if I find an ore deposit? I say as you push me out the door.
Then I shall hack you with my axe. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm not telling the truth. I'm just trying to get him out of there.
I know. It's just funny hearing it.
I would reach down so that toes could run up onto my shoulder.
All right.
I'm gonna look at you serious. Break rock. And then, as we're walking down the stairs,
We'll have to try later. Let's leave that for a leisurely night. We'll have a contest.
I'm gonna clap and applause because I'm impressed.
I burn rock.
Equally as impressive.
So,
Not as impressive.
what is it that you are all doing?
Going toward the
You're going to the lumberyard to
Walking
meet with the
begrudgingly.
guy, or are you?
Yes,
I'm
that is where
copying
we're
his
going.
walk and walking behind him.
Why are we going to lumberyard? Lumberyard is up
Up there.
here, right?
Yep.
Oh
Is
yeah.
there a
that-
watchtower in the lumberyard?
Ish,
Or is that
like
just
ish.
the mill?
No,
Which
Over
one?
there.
because this is the lumberyard, correct?
Up here on this ridge
tower.
where the lumberyard
The
is.
lumberyard is like right here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That watchtower is kind of just like a
Fist
general watchtower for the
Unoccupied?
town. I mean, there might be like a person who goes up there to change like a lamp or anything, but there's not really someone who's like stationed there.
Okay.
Trace, did you fix your proficiencies?
Yeah.
Romantic sightseeing spot for me, Miss Miller.
Circle them in so you know which ones are. That's what the circles are for. Next to it.
Rodri would see you, and he would like you see him like pick up a drink and like finish it, and
I motion to my group. Rodri! I have come back for what we had talked about yesterday.
I've seen many an adventurer come and go, and this reeks of adventure. I would like my payment up front.
Cornelius!
he like looks to
Have a
Rodri.
sense of adventure.
Rodnik, I thought we had an agreement.
I told them to come with me. We had something to deal with. I had not mentioned anything about payment to them.
Turning to you, as I explained to your friend, I have little to pay you with.
Little is better than none.
But I cannot pay you until after you clear out the lumber den.
Clear out.
Den?
He's assuming that there's something there. There might not be. Do not
People came back and quit.
fear.
I'm about to do the same thing.
We have him.
Yeah, you have an oak tree going along with you. An oak tree who swings axes to take other oak trees down.
That's fair.
I'm gonna wear tree shape just cause.
I can pay you a purse of 10 gold.
It's 2 days in the
Each?
little alchemy.
I say that
Apprentice
sounds fair, fellow gnome. And besides, it is only a small task towards a greater bounty at the end of all of this, which I only say to him. Can I make a perception roll? Or persuasion?
Sure.
You damned heroes.
18.
Are you persuaded, fellow friend?
Yeah. that was my... regardless of what he rolled, that was my response.
Yeah.
You damn heroes.
Just in case.
So now I'm confused by the conversation, so I'm gonna ask him, now or later?
There.
Rodri is under the impression...
never is what I'm gathering.
Rodri is under the impression that you would go into the woods now, and that you would be paid on return.
That's fine. Just Maxwell doesn't understand because he said later, but he wants to get paid now, and then he said he'd pay us. So now I'm like, just trying to grasp the situation.
Sure.
Rodri, do not mind his commentary. He's not a morning person. I hardly got him here.
He's like, looks up at the sky. It's already 2 hours past daybreak. I mean, how long does it take for someone like him to get out and get moving?
Old bones? I don't know. I did not mean to talk ill of my friend.
You know nothing of my bones.
But, could you point us in the direction, then we'll be on our way.
It is a bit of a trek. We will be 3 days in the wilderness.
Oh.
So hopefully...
I'll see you back at the end.
No!
3 days without curfew.
Ah, we can stay up late, kids.
Curfew's fine. Longer sleep for me.
We need you.
You don't know me, but certainly.
I think he wants you for other companionship. You two are becoming fast friends.
Persuasion?
I'm not.
You can't persuade your fellow.
I'm not dying for this. Just so you're aware.
Good, so you're coming.
I'm not asking you to die. You've already said you will stand behind me, so you have nothing to fear.
And I will now stand behind the hero as well.
So
Food for the journey.
he like kind of packs his backpack
You're going as well?
to show you where to go, don't I? So he'll take you into the woods, unless any of you need to do any ready your gear or such.
I mean,
But-
Yeah.
That should be
I'm
an
just
all
gonna carry a hand axe.
Sure. Whenever you're ready, he'll like break straight into the woods. Like there's no path to be like started on. He just kind of like goes into the woods, and before you even like know where your like bearings are, you instantly like lose them again. It's very thick, weird terrain features, but it seems that Rodri is pretty familiar with it, and he even goes slow enough to where your gnome doesn't get too fatigued. So luckily for him, but he does say that with that it will add a little extra time for you guys to go, but he obviously doesn't want to exhaust any of your party prior to going there.
Just along the way. No, don't want to do that. I'm not doing that.
Okay. And so the first day seems to go without any issue, and he says, oh, just 2 more days, we'll get there, but I can't leave town for too long, so tomorrow night I'm gonna go back, and you'll just have another day until you stumble upon it. But it's very easy, I'll point you in the right direction. That's where
Where are we going?
Oh, it's our outward encampment. It's where we do most of our like deep wood cutting, and then we float the wood down our stream, which then connects with the main river.
And why did they leave?
They wouldn't say. They said it wasn't worth the money I was paying them.
Are we expected to cut wood?
No, I just want to figure out why they left and if there is anything there to clean it out. You might even like it, little gnome. It reminds me of an old building. You know, something we kind of just stumbled upon it and have used it as a base. So you might be able to find a few things. You know, we just used it as a sleeping quarter. So you might be able to find some things.
I'm a bit
came
more
in here
interested
with
now.
no room.
You should have led with that.
So are we
You
essentially
didn't ask.
are we essentially going that way because the what river goes up that
You're
way?
just going like straight forward, and then there's like a stream that hooks out into that.
Got it.
So it's not really too deep. Like this river here, if you would have asked anyone, it's like very deep in traverse, or you can traverse large ships on it. So
Oh,
It's-
No.
I would have changed my familiar if I would have known that the river was there.
I mean, you're.
I mean,
I
once
wouldn't
you
know.
hit the lumber camp, there is.
Right.
Now you know that for the third day because you can change your familiar once a day, right?
Yeah, I can dismiss and
Yeah. So if you need to.
So you are going in, and is there anything you wish to ask him
Is this
during the
second day?
shuffles? Yeah, this is day 2.
Is there anything in the building or anything strange about
You're not.
it?
You're not at the building. You're still walking the wilderness.
I know. Well, I'm asking him again.
Again, we just kind of found it and have used it as just a place to sleep at night. It's not really.
Is it stone or wood?
Stone. Very impressive. It looked oddly abandoned. I don't
you
know.
like stone?
I do.
I think.
I mean, he is a
Should.
While you're walking on the second day, you do hear rustling in the woods around you. And you see a large, like, pack of elk and deer. Like 30 deer going along. And
Elk killer. You can do it.
I
Most-
will place myself in the middle of the party. No! I've heard about your elk around here.
And even Rodri will be like, I don't know why or where all these elk are coming from, but it's definitely strange. Their herd size is getting too numerous for us.
This is strange. I've heard stories from other people in town that they've been coming into town and wrecking the fields.
There's just so many of them. They obviously can't find food out here, and they're just getting it wherever they can.
So it's an overpopulation problem.
That's what it seems.
No one.
I'm sure the town would be thankful if you could take out those bucks over there, and it'll point, and like in the herd you see like 5, 6, 7 pairs of antlers.
No one generally goes hunting from your village.
How can we? We can't leave town.
Good point.
But
How far away are these elk?
Hmm?
How far away are
They're
these
like you're like going through the woods, and there's like a clearing to your left. They're maybe 100 feet away.
Wait a moment. Haven't we just left town?
You're a day's travel into.
2 days, you said.
This is day 2, so you're a day's travel into the woods. So they are close to town. They're not like headed toward the town. They're just like
Mm,
roaming.
but that was more in response to him saying
No one can
allowed to leave.
Yeah, but I mean, you're also not leaving on a path to go out.
That's fair.
How does killing the bucks help?
Less time for them to breed. A dead deer is a dead deer, right? I mean,
And pull out the antlers. Who can buy?
Well, if you cut off all their antlers, I'm sure that those farmers would pay a pretty penny.
Well, if there's gold to be had, I'll roll up my sleeves and crack my knuckles. This is how you kill things.
Do you want to place all your minis on the right side of the thing?
There's a herd, you said?
Yeah, it's like a big herd.
I'm climbing a tree.
So like this is like a break in the like the woods, and then this is all clearing over here.
I'm in a tree.
So we were walking this.
You're like you're in the woods here, walking, and you look over and you see this herd of deer.
Do I need to make an athletics to climb a tree?
No, you can just take your time.
Okay.
I mean, you're not really in a rush.
I'm just gonna like sit up top, look over the scenario.
Sure.
I'll work on my guy later. That was a rush version.
That's fine. That's what.
Rodri.
Oh, Rodri.
You
There
got
you
him?
go.
There you go.
I figured he's leading nice.
Oh man.
There you go.
Why didn't he just go fight everybody?
I'm gonna look at Rodri.
What's that?
That's just a little woodland creature.
Oh no, there's no woodland creatures.
I'm gonna,
He
look,
can't even see.
He follows us our whole
I'm gonna
travel.
point at Rodri. Rodri. Tree.
He'll look up at you and like with your broken speech, kind of like tree.
Safe.
Oh. Okay.
Look, Cornelius is prepared to do something.
I just like to be impressive. You can watch something, and if you gaze just a few seconds into its future, you can see its precise movements, and then you just exert a bit of force, and I will shoot 3 magic missiles at it.
Okay, and just at the herd or anything?
At one, at the
One of the
One of the
one
blocks.
that's closest to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
it is like 120.
Yeah, you're definitely close enough.
So that is 9. 13 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, magic missile still doesn't need to roll the hit. In
Right,
this. Okay.
Magic missile OP.
It is.
13, you said?
Yes.
Like one of them just drops, and as it does so, like the herd starts to like scatter.
And that's how. Oh.
And most of like the female just start running away from you, and I mean some start like kind of crushing into you. But I mean there's like 30, 40 elk here, and they're all like running around. But you notice that there's 5 of them here that are angry at you and are like kind of charging towards your position.
You went Christmas shopping, didn't you?
They look like Christmas
Christmas
decorations.
No, they're not.
Are they Warhammer?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's all Warhammer, man. Warhammer for days.
Warhammer is life.
It is life. Don't even judge me. You want to put it over there?
I like Forgotten Realms. But okay.
Cornelius, will you be killing the rest?
Oh no! That was about all I can do.
And
The rest
that's
is up to you.
initiative.
A moment of greatness, I suppose.
What I've been waiting for. 15.
So it doesn't seem like you're able to stampede.
You will. They're like
I'm not
cascading around everywhere. But those are the 5 that you're like
trying to
needing
kill.
to worry about. So like you're kind of, if you try to like run away, you're kind of pinned in. But those are the 5 that are like aggressively opposing you. All right. So we have Ricard.
14.
We have Maxwell.
21.
We have me. We have Cornelius.
I've a mighty 7.
We have Roderick.
Rognick.
Rognick.
21.
And we have Wuxio.
16.
Right. Rodri and Max, you have the same. 21.
18
So,
ducks.
Rodri's the other guy.
Roderick. Rodnick, you have 21?
Rognick.
Nick.
Yep. And
G. Put the G.
Zero ducks.
16.
Nope.
Okay.
In 5e, you actually choose who gets to go
Oh.
first. If you are tied, you choose.
You can go first.
Okay. I'm going to stealth to make my presence unknown in the tree as I'm watching to see.
Sure.
what they're doing. Can you use my move action to climb down the tree and hide, actually?
Sure.
Do you have any ranged weapon?
No.
Good.
I need to get one, but I don't start with a ranged
Yeah,
weapon.
right.
I mean, I have one out.
So yeah, I'm just moving down the tree and then hiding in some brush. For 12.
Okay. And then we have Rognik.
Thank you. Is there a ready action in this?
I mean, you can just kind of hold an action. I don't know what the technical term is, but yeah, you can just.
Is that a reaction or is
I
that
think it is
separate?
delay.
Yeah, it's just delaying, I believe.
To where once something moves within how far I know I can throw something, then I could do that kind of
Whenever
as
it
an
happens.
interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll hoist the javelin off my back and ready to throw once one gets near enough for my
How
arm
far?
to hit. 30 feet.
So as soon as one gets within 30 feet. Okay. Right, and then we have Wuxio.
Alright, well, since they're about 100 meters away,
They're not that. I mean, they're 5 feet square.
yeah. 10-ish.
Just 60.
5, yeah. So I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
You know, just within range. It's about 60-ish. 60 is my range, so I should be able to hit him from there.
That's 45.
Sure, perfect. Move back one, so I'm still in the little tree line.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna hit him with a alchemic bomb. I'm gonna aim right in between these two
Sure.
for an area damage.
All right.
Yeah. 15 plus 6, so 21.
That'll hit them. Do they?
Yeah,
anything?
it's 1d10.
Okay.
And then they have a
Reflex save.
yeah, reflex save.
Oh, what?
It's just a dex save.
Yeah, it's a
but,
dex
but I'm
save.
saying, what do they have to hit?
Uh,
What's your check?
10 plus your
I thought it's
casting
8
ability,
plus.
so it's 8 plus proficiency plus, so it's 14.
Okay.
yeah,
They're both fine. So
Okay.
they take half, or they take none.
they take. Wait.
Half.
Yeah, they'll take half. Yeah.
Okay. Then how much damage did you do?
I did 4.
Okay, so they take 2.
You know what plus that spell?
It's just a
no,
spell,
it's
sure.
just 1d10.
Some characters have pluses, so.
Yeah. This one just has a good radius and a high damage.
That would be cool if you guys had this.
Oh, I know.
It's the only cantrip that you have.
I mean, I could have aimed at this one and I would have definitely hit him. You know, no reflex
So,
save.
so if you aim on them, what is it?
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah, but 5 feet around they have a reflex save, but they're not within 5 feet of each other.
and I think that if you cast it as a radius, you don't have to make an attack roll. I think they just have to make the save.
Yeah. I think
I forgot, yeah.
Okay. And then after Wuxio goes the elk. So they come charging in. They don't see you, so they're just going to go towards them. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
70?
They'll come in there. He's angry.
Will the creature moves back?
I'll go here. And then these two will kind of slide in here. And you're going to slide him 2 squares to the right. There you go.
And then I can throw a javelin.
Yeah. Well, they're within 30.
So I'm gonna aim it the one most directly in front.
Alright. That'll hit.
Nice.
Please roll your damage with your attack.
Okay. 10 damage.
10 damage! He's hurting. Okay. And that we'll just call that one number 3. Okay. Then it goes Rodnik. No, Rodnik already went. It goes Ricard.
I'll obviously attack the one that's up on me.
Yeah.
Pull out sword and attack. I can do both those.
Yeah, to pull a weapon, it's a move action, and then
Okay.
to attack it.
I rolled a 1.
I think you missed. You are so startled by this elk in your face that you
Do you ever roll rolls?
no. And then it goes Cornelius.
Where am I?
You're like right behind.
Okay,
With her.
run me behind Ragnik.
Directly behind.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And would I know of any natural predator to an elk?
Anything with teeth and big,
Like
so
in the area.
wolves, bears,
Told you were
things like that.
Okay. I will concentrate on the image of a snarling wolf in my head and bring that into view right in front of Ragnik to see if I can startle them and perhaps scare them off. They would make an intelligence save to disbelieve it.
Ooh boy. Just what's the check?
15.
All right. The two that are directly looking at the pair of you, those two, they like you can see them like kind of like hop on their heels. They're not like charging forward. They're like on their heels now.
The old
Nice.
wolf trick.
So essentially, an
Would
image of
would
a,
all of us see this?
you gathered an image of a wolf from the past.
Yeah,
Or
a wolf
even
that I
future.
have seen before. Maybe even one from a book, and I brought it.
It's black and white.
It doesn't move. It doesn't move, but like
Sorry.
it looks. I don't. It looks real until they disbelieve it or interact with it. My goal is basically just to hopefully make them run away.
Brings it back to the top.
Yeah. Then it goes to Maxwell.
I am going to attack out of stealth. And I'm going to go to this one over here.
Hot glue for that.
Hot glue won't work for that. He needs to crimp his mini.
I mean, you can put it right there, right in the middle. Hot glue.
That won't help. He needs to crimp the
It'll,
base.
it'll. I already have 2 bases with hot glue in them. It'll break out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just put it right
And use a bonus action to get a double attack. Advantage on Seek.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Your first attack will have advantage. Your
Yes.
second attack won't. Because he'll feel the first punch.
Yeah. 21 for the first hit,
That'll hit.
and that's 5 damage.
Okay.
And almost another crit, but 25.
Yeah, that's a hit. They have 10 AC.
And 7 damage for the second hit.
Okay, he's hurt. Alright, and then it goes
One of those dice. You
to
can do a lot of 20s.
Rod Nick.
I'm gonna try to scare them.
How?
Intimidation.
Get him with the wolf. So what are you doing?
What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna growl at them, like shout in a deep.
Make a wolf growl. Enhance my illusion.
I'm gonna try to sound as a wolf would sound.
Okay.
A dire wolf.
-2.
I rolled a 20. So 24.
I mean, those two were already scared to begin with. You can tell that they are even more.
I'm kind of aiming.
I mean, there's only the two like looking at you. The other ones.
Oh, this one's occupied,
Yeah.
I swear. But it wouldn't hear me? Like, I don't know.
No, because I'm assuming you're playing off the illusion that's hitting those two.
Yeah.
That the third one there is not really isn't looking at the illusion. So after you goes Wuxio.
Alright, well, I noticed this deer, like, just running at me. So I'm gonna run Behind our little barbarian here.
Okay. As you run away, he's going to ram you with his horns.
Okay.
Unless you do a withdraw action, then you can't attack.
The one was next to you.
So that's
Oh,
Unless you spend your move and your action like walking away. Then you can-
No, I'm just running in fear, so I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna spend both of them.
What's your? Oh, so you're okay. So you,
Yeah,
you
I'm
would-
spending both of them. I'm running in fear.
That's
I didn't
what
think
we're
these people would attack me.
Okay. You threw a bomb at them. They're not gonna attack me.
I thought it was a potion.
This is my first battle, okay? Literally, I'm 15 here.
Okay, and then it goes me. So, Mr. Rogue here is gonna get charged by this guy.
Oh no. Oh no, Mr. Rogue.
What's your AC?
15?
I will just hit you, and you're gonna take 5 damage plus an extra 8 damage.
I'm down.
8.
Oh, God. Nobody had Constitution between any of us.
So you can go ahead and put your character down.
15.
Could someone who can reach do that? Nothing over there, you guys.
Yeah, you want to drop the rogue down?
So,
Yep. The one on
So a total of 8? You did an additional 8.
I did an additional 8. The one on you, he's just going to attack you. What's your AC?
18.
He'll miss. He'll like get really close. His like horns, like you feel them like brush on your feathers.
Do these elves seem any more dangerous than the one you already fought?
No, they seem the same. The two there will actually turn around and disperse. Like seeing the snarling wolf, they're not messing with that.
Yes! The wolf in sheep's clothing! Or barbarian's clothing in this
no
instance.
clothing.
But this one will turn and he'll ram the dwarf in the side.
Yes.
What's your AC?
18.
He will hit you
Ooh.
for 5 damage plus an additional 5 damage,
That's the
and
one
you have to
rough.
make a strength save or be knocked prone.
Oh no.
That's your good save.
22.
You like feel it like ram you, and you're just like, "Ugh."
It's a mosh pit now. You just wait.
And then that's everybody. So this guy's more facing the monk now, but that's about it. And then it goes number 5, which is Rognik. No, sorry, Ricard. You're downed. Make a death saving throw.
10?
You succeed.
Yeah.
So just
Do you
put
get
a
a-
check mark there.
Do you get a plus for death things?
Nope.
Just a D20.
Just a d20. 10 and above, you succeed. And then we have Cornelius. You have a deer in your face.
Yes, and I'm going to withdraw. So move me 25 feet in that direction, and that's all I will do.
Yep.
Little legs, little legs.
Max.
No.
Finish off this deer.
Headbutt.
No, I'm not. I'm also using my bonus action. I have to use my attack. So
Okay. Thank you for rolling your damage. I appreciate it.
19 again. This is
More
your
than
third
20?
19?
Yep, that'll hit him.
7 damage. Sorry. Yeah, 7 damage.
Yep.
Not bad. One bastard. 8 plus 6, 14.
You
5 damage.
with your 5 damage, you like hit him in the jaw, and he like falls over, limp.
And then I'm going to use my move action to move back behind this tree I was at before, because I know these guys ran.
Okay. And then we have Rognik.
So I get rammed by the elk and reach back, grab my great axe, and all in one motion swing at him with it.
Nice.
21 to hit, and I rolled max damage. So, oh hey,
You're not
Wrong
even
die.
You're not even using my dice.
dang it!
That's still max damage.
Oh, and then I rolled a 2, so 7 damage.
All right. This guy.
Should have stuck with the D6.
this one looks a little hardier, and he kind of takes your blow and is still in the fight. So after you goes number 3, Wuxio. You have a deer like right in front of you.
Yeah.
He's got a block.
He's not like right in front of you. But
Well,
he's
he just rammed him, so I'm just gonna summon a flame real quick because I'm really surprised
sure.
that he's really close. 14 initiative and 2 damage.
14 to hit him
Yeah.
for 2 damage. All right, so he takes 2 damage.
Okay.
You kind of burn him in the side, and he kind of like.
Yeah, I'm just like, and then I just drop back and hide behind the rogue here. The little poor guy.
The wizard.
Yeah, I mean he's in a tree or the wizard. No, he's not in a tree. So I'm gonna hide behind him.
And then we have.
Why?
Then we
I
have
just
the
want
elf.
someone between me and those ramming things.
And then we have this guy who will charge the monk here. Right in your side.
So he was straight.
He's in a tree.
Okay.
What?
He's in a tree. Did you?
No, I went behind the tree to try to make it so he couldn't charge me.
What's your AC?
18.
You'll feel like one under. You will feel your feathers getting clipped again from these antlers, and he is angry.
Yeah, I see that.
And then the other one will continue to hit you, and he'll miss. He's got fire coming at him. He doesn't know what's going on. So then we have the rogue again. Make another death saving throw.
20.
You are good.
So you go to 1 HP.
There you
20
go.
counts as 2 successes.
You
Nice.
covered your own wound. I don't have my alchemy yet, so can't really save you.
You don't have
I do have cure wounds.
6, Cornelius.
Yeah, you have one at least.
I didn't think about it. I don't
Well,
know
seeing
too well.
surprised
I feel like
that you did
I
not
was too
drop
scared of the deer.
the elk
Obviously,
in
you
one
were
blow,
fine.
I will think, perhaps if I slow him a bit, and I will do what I can to kind of push him just a few seconds, maybe even just 1 second backward in time. And I will roll a 24 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit him.
And I forgot to roll my damage, so he will take 3 cold damage.
3.
Yes.
All right.
And he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of
15.
he fails.
His speed is reduced by 10.
Okay. He looks a little frigid.
So he is just a tad bit slower.
Sure. Okay. And then
like-
top of the order.
Jamie
Right.
says
I know.
it looks a lot better. No lady frames and audio is pretty decent.
Oh.
Okay.
I just turned up the gain, so maybe that was it.
Good.
Turn up the bass.
Okay.
At the top?
More bass.
Thanks it up. You have a deer in front of you again,
Yes, I
who
do.
can't hit you, but it looks like he's scary.
15
That'll hit.
for 8 damage.
The one that you're taking?
Yes.
Okay, you drop him.
Down.
I don't care. Another mini crit and get out of here.
Just dropping an elbow.
Just 2 punches to the face, breaking his horns right off the bat.
Yeah, they go flying into the woods.
Nah, I know where they went. You stop it.
Okay, and then it goes Roderick.
Rog.
I have a move action though, so I am going to move behind this deer to give
Sure.
our buddy here a flank. And I also don't want to get rammed.
What is that in 5e?
Advantage.
Is there
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
2D, roll D20 twice
Disadvantage, advantage.
and pick the result.
okay. So yeah, I swung, barely hit him, so I'm gonna come back.
He's slower now. Pick your spots.
20 crit,
Or 1.
Yeah, 20 is a crit.
but I rolled a 1 for damage.
Plus strength, and then roll it again.
That's better. So 1 plus 7 plus 5, 13.
5 twice.
The 5 gets doubled.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So more than 18?
Yeah, you like cleave his head straight off his shoulders. Like this is a big elk, but you just and yeah, you are easily able to dispatch him.
Looks like that tree fly.
And you see Rodri was actually like stowing his pack and like was just about to join the fray, and seeing you like completely, he's like, oh.
I'm going to dab my fingers in some of the elk blood and give my face some markings.
I'm gonna break off the horns of all the deer. That's about 3 deer we killed here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
Do they have horns?
Yes.
Where'd
They're
the
all
other deer go?
I'm gonna
Oh, you took
grab
they're all
6
full.
horns out of this mess.
Sure.
So I have 8 horns now.
They're all bucks?
Yeah, they were all bucks.
Oh.
I'm gonna rush.
So are they all dead now? All the bucks in the
No,
herd?
because 2 of them ran away.
I thought there were only 3 in total.
There's 5
We scared 2 off.
In
with their.
in
their
5e trace, do you
I
see
see.
your hit die spot? The box
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
hit
I
dice.
see it. It's not filled. With,
Okay, what is your hit dice? What did you have to roll for your health? Which you didn't have to roll for first level because it's first level.
For my constitution?
No, that's your health die.
How much health do you have?
How much health do you get every level that you have to roll for?
I don't know.
What's your health right now?
What's your health?
Constitution's 12.
No.
I don't know.
Look at your
I'll
alchemist
look it up.
class.
Yeah, the hit die is based on your alchemist class. Anyways, in 5e, you can do a short rest and you can use however many hit dice you have to heal yourself.
Okay.
Do you regain hit dice then?
And you get 1.
You get half of your hit dice back for each long rest, but you regain all of your hit points and abilities with a long rest too.
Right.
So it's just a nice way for you to be able to heal yourself
Yeah.
in 5e.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that.
I feel like a couple people are, so that's why I was bringing it up. That way you can save the spell.
Well, let's get used on him.
He might not need it if he rolls good enough on his D8 if he wants to.
Hit dice 1d8
So,
per level.
Yeah, so you start with 8. You start with max.
yeah, you start with max. So what's your constitution?
12. So plus 1. So 9.
9. You have ones. Oh, 9.
Current hit points just 9.
No, there's a hit point maximum above it.
Yeah.
Put that there.
Okay. Current.
But anyway, the
Got
wood
it.
seems calm. The big herd that ran past you is now, dispersed and out of sight. And Rodri said, "Those 3 horns might get you a pretty penny."
I have 8 now.
They'll be happy to see some dead elk.
Hey, you need healing over there, Captain?
I put 2 of the horns on my cloak. And
All right.
The deer.
Do it.
We have a day's journey yet. We'll have time to rest.
Okay.
May not be a terrible idea to heal in case we encounter more in the journey.
Short rest is only 10 minutes, right? No, short rest is an hour.
Yeah, sure, this is an hour.
Well, it would take an
Hour.
hour to
Hour rest.
collect these horns and.
Rodri is like, we're already slowing down for the gnome here. I'd rather keep you guys on track.
This gnome single-handedly dispatched 3 elk.
2.
3.
How much health are you
The
down?
first one.
Single-handedly.
Dropped the first, scared the other 2 away.
Yes, I did.
Then if that's the case, then he's going to move here. So.
We can rest for an hour, but then you got to make up an hour at the end of the day.
I move as fast as I move. I would help up Ricard and say, perhaps Elk Slayer is a better title for someone else. Or do what I can to help up Ricard, I guess.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
he is a normal-sized human, and I am half his size.
So- are you resting for your? Are you taking a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just I roll a d12,
Yep. That's how much.
and that's how much I get. Not plus con.
No.
Nice.
Actually, that brings me to full, so that's
Go. I'll take.
So after resting, you can see Rodri's a little impatient, but he understands that you guys took some wounds, and he's not like angry or anything. He just wants you to continue.
Are your elk always this aggressive?
I'm not a hunter myself, but usually the population doesn't reach this high.
It's strange.
Very.
Only 2. Population growth decrease.
Well, let's hope that's the only herd we have to deal with.
I would like to ask, what was his name?
Maxwell?
Not you, no.
Rodney?
Rodney?
Rodri?
Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodney. I would like to ask Rodri if he, since he met us at Ethra's house, if he knows her at all.
I mean, I've been here for quite a long time. Seen her around, talked to her a couple times. Nothing. We're not really familiar.
Nothing ever happened with her before her disappearance?
I don't really know if she really even disappeared. She travels from time to time. She's kind of odd.
Odd as in?
Kind of reminds me of your gnome friend here. Just kind of mystical thinking, looking for things that don't make sense to me.
Things maybe out here in the woods?
Magic items.
Magic
I don't know
spells.
anything about magic.
Necklace.
I don't know anything about no necklace. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I'll show him up, make a big flame.
I can make fire too.
I'll help you.
Any other questions for Rodri?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
All right. As you continue, again, at the end of the day, you travel an extra hour, and in doing so, Rodri will say, "All right, that's as far as I can take you. I gotta go back. If you go down this way for about half a day, you should come to the lumber den. It's kind of hard to miss. I mean, it's a stone structure in the woods. I mean, it is the woods, but it's also a stone structure. So
He's going back during the night then?
yeah, I mean, he's already been gone from town for 2 days now. So he has a lumber mill to run, and
And
This man's gonna be tired as hell when he gets back.
how are we to find our way back?
come. I mean, you could follow the stream, which would lead into the main river and come into the north side of town or the east side of town, or just come back this way. I mean, I showed you. It ain't too hard. You would.
What if I don't remember?
We feel like
It's a
because
pretty
we
good
walked this
force.
far, we could walk back pretty easily.
Not easily, but
Doable?
it would be doable. You may have to make a few checks, but it would be doable.
Alright.
I mean, I got +6 to nature, so I'm pretty confident in my
We'll see you when we return.
forest abilities.
If we return.
He'll like hold like a bag and it'll jingle, and he says, "It's for you if you make it back. I hope you do."
You say there's a stream?
Yeah, that's where we throw the lumber in and it brings it back to town.
I don't concern myself with mundane things like that. Stream is what I need to know. And I'll begin preparations for a ritual.
He's like just like answering your question. I don't need to know the details. Tell me what I need to know.
Yes or no question.
So he'll leave.
I'll take his
Now, he looked like a badass. Was he a badass? Or is that just a mini you gave him?
It's just
Lumberjack.
He's a lumberjack. He's cutting trees.
Okay, I'll go with it.
Lumberjack.
Yeah, so you rest for the night. You hear more sounds of deer passing by. It seems like they're coming from behind you, though. Closer to town, not in the direction in which you're traveling. And at night, anytime you would try to pursue them, like if you got the wanting to go kill more bucks, they would just run away. They wouldn't be confrontational.
That's right.
I would not want to go kill more bucks.
No, I did it out of necessity. For not being killed myself.
Yeah, no, I know.
I wasn't going to instigate. I was going to walk on by.
And then all of a sudden your wizard's just like, snap.
I had to show you.
Threw a bomb. It was effective.
Alright, so the road continues, or well, it's not a road, but you continue on your path, and you, about half a day, like he said, you can easily see there's a large stone structure, and as you get closer, I actually have to flip the bag there. Yes.
I gave myself, because I had a constitution of 16.
Yes.
I haven't been hit yet, so it didn't matter. But I just realized when I looked at them, I'm like, wait a second. Give myself +6 instead of +3.
You want to pull these off and then help me flip this?
Upon completion of my ritual, I would summon forth my bullfrog familiar, Sir Douglas.
How many familiars do you have?
I can summon as many as I want, really. So, as long as they're a small animal. I have 5 that I am planning on using for different purposes. But, yes, Sir Douglas, the frog. In case we need to search the street, look under the water.
Sounds fair.
So I figured out why I'm so tall. Half of it's hot air.
Your hair inflates your
Yes. Because it's completely covered. I see through the cloth.
I see.
So you see this structure. It's kind of like a big circular kind of like tower. And it goes up, but you see the only entrance is like descending stairs into like a shaft, which there's all this foliage and everything around it, which is displayed here.
Is there a forest around?
Yeah, it's forest all around, but this is the entrance to where you're going.
Looking at that, how long do I think it would take to do a stealth check around the area?
I mean, the tower is big. I mean, the tower is, it looks like it's a big thing. Again, there's a
Staircase.
there's a staircase going down, but on that side, at the edge of the wilderness, there is a big, there's the creek or stream that they throw their wood into. So this tower, like they described to you, they just use as a safe place to sleep at night and things like that. So from here, it looks like obviously no one's been here for weeks. It's pretty overgrown, and even from the outside, you can smell like kind of just like you can smell like death or something coming from inside the chamber.
For those of you that got hurt, you get a long rest, so make sure you get your health back and you get your hit dice back.
Yes.
How does that work with hit dice? I didn't really understand it.
You get them back at the end of a long rest, and you can spend hit dice during a short rest
To regain hit points.
You can spend any number of hit dice, which you gain every level, to regain hit dice.
So right now we only have
You only have one because
hit
you're
die
level 1.
of whichever number.
Correct.
Okay.
But then, so next level we'll have 2. If we take 2 short rests and spend both hit die, even after we get a long rest for the next day, we'll only have 1 hit die because you only regain half of your hit die.
Yeah, and if you got really hurt, you would spend 2 hit dice in 1 rest.
In 1 rest, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But you only regain half to a long rest.
So like level 10, you have 5, or you have 10, you get 5 back if you use
A day. Yep.
Okay.
But like I said, the tower is large. It looks like there's a peak at the top, but again, it's smooth. It's a smooth tower. It looks kind of odd.
As intrigued as I am, I'll not be the first one in.
Well, I'm intrigued, and I'll lead the way. You can follow me in.
Right. I'll not be last either. So I will follow Rognick. What
You set them up.
kick me out of the way for?
That's not you.
You kept Trace's wild life animals.
It's following us the entire time.
No, I don't think so. But anyway,
Is it dark?
there's no light coming out from inside there.
I have dark vision.
Is
I have
anyone
vision.
capable of seeing in the dark?
I can. But I'm staying back.
Would one of you...
I pull a
I can
torch
light a
out of my
fire.
backpack. You have a kid of some sort, right?
Yeah.
They all come with torches.
I just want... They can see further.
I can light fires in front of our path 30 feet ahead if you want.
Do you,
That
Let's
would
not
be
draw
able
too
to
much
fire.
attention.
do you have the light spell?
I have summon flames, so I don't have fairy fire or anything like that. I have summon flames, so
I can light your
up to
torch.
60 feet if I'm not attacking
You
someone.
should just like light a torch by yourself.
I have prestidigitation. I can light your torch with it.
We can light torches. You got that.
I think he wants somebody with dark vision. I found those really
Well, I have dark vision, so I can
Just
stand
that
right
entrance
behind you.
just
You
to
have dark
see.
vision too.
Yeah, you're a dwarf.
Dwarf.
You should. All dwarves should have dark vision.
Okay.
I mean, it would
I
make
must
a lot
have
of
overlooked
sense.
it in character creation.
I don't get no kind of vision. No light, low light, dark.
I'm surprised.
Even
all
though
my
I'm a
dark
freaking
is all
bird.
red. All my dark is all
I
red.
guess
dude.
you're a
So,
or you're a.
Yeah, that's fair. And I live under mountains,
yeah.
technically. So.
You live underground. Should.
I was just kidding. I can see in the dark. Obviously. Cornelius would know that, spending time with us dwarfs. So,
You just gonna hear me scream out, liar!
Prove it.
just in this first entrance
I know, I'm sorry.
entryway, is there any sign of a trap?
You want to put me right behind him?
Perception check.
A trap? Again, they like use this to do most of their sleeping. So if there was a trap, it would have been activated long before now.
I'm staying close to the guy that looks to die.
He's a hero.
Well, he's not very much of an elf killer. Elk killer.
An elf killer.
How many elves are you gonna kill?
You killed
This ruler is
Etheridge.
not working very well. But so the corridor goes on there, and then you see what looks like a door to your left, and it continues forward. Any new markers apparently.
Here's all erasable, right?
Hearing his wanting
I
them to
gotta
be
buy
in
a
the
new
back,
one every
I will
time.
take up the back, kind of looking for the rear. Keeping an eye on the rear.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on ahead.
That door seems like a good place as any to start, Rognick.
As soon as you like descend the stairs,
Yep.
you can see that
Descend them?
they're
Yes.
Yeah, it's
descending.
down.
Oh, I thought. Okay. I just assumed a tower would be ascending.
You would assume
And did you say it looked completely dark in there?
it's dark.
Before we go in there, I would tap you on the shoulder and because you mentioned the prestidigitatus.
Ah, yes.
I like fire.
That's it. I just wanted my torch lit.
Yes. So you're
You're right behind them?
Oh, he's-
No, I'm taking
No,
it through.
that's Cornelius.
yeah, no, Cornelius is behind me.
So you're taking behind us?
rear. That way I can
you
watch.
descend in as soon as, like I said, as soon as you're descending down, you take like a waft of just potent, nasty smell. And in fact, if you have to make a Constitution save to even like withstand. Yeah, it's like not only death and like dead animal, but it's also like rot and.
I'm beginning to understand why they felt they were underpaid.
So
I share the sentiment.
17.
16.
You're able to like calm your nerves, but even so, you see like in the dark vision, you see like a mound in the middle of your path.
I can't discern what that would be.
Not with dark vision.
Is it beyond? Is it?
No, you see like a mound blocking your way.
Rognak, better safe than sorry. Throw a javelin into the mound.
Without any response, I will throw a javelin into the mound.
Okay, yeah, it's not moving, so you're able to sink it in, and you hear it like a squish, like it's a real big like.
I think it's dead.
I don't know what it is.
Blocking our way to the door. Does someone else have anything that they would like to do? Don't let us hog all the fun.
One
You just
sec.
hear me, but fun is yours.
Well, Rognak, looks like you should move the pile of refuse out of our way.
Yes, you should.
Eventually, we're all gonna have to make this when we go in there.
I'll descend the steps.
You also have to make a Constitution save.
Yep. I got a
Sweet.
21.
You feel yourself like yeah, what smell?
He
I don't
likes
even,
the
I
smell.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Or wait till
He
I
gets
actually
inspiration
descend.
for being in the smell.
I'll descend and move forward, I guess.
So you didn't say if it was like a pile of bodies or if it was.
In your dark vision, you see a pile. You can't like the way dark vision works. It's not like night and day. It's not like night vision goggles. It's like there's
like
something
infrared.
off the ground that you can't make out details, but you can tell that the ground goes like this. There's a mound. The walls keep going, and the ceiling keeps going at the same height. But there's obviously something on the ground there.
Okay.
Seeing Ricard walk past us into the darkness, I will say, Maxwell, our hero descends and requires your torchlight.
I throw the torch in there.
Does the stench go up
Yeah.
in flames?
No, nothing like that.
Thankfully. So there's a torchlight on the ground if you want it.
With the light of the torch, you're able to see that
Nobody asked for my torch.
I didn't want it. I was just
Yeah.
telling
the
you that you couldn't
mound
see.
in question is like a dead deer that's been decaying here for it must be like at least a week. And
Are there antlers on it?
no, it's a doe, and it's like the belly is just like ripped open. You see ribs sticking out of the side, and you see like claw marks all over it, and like blood just splattered on the walls of this corridor.
Well, so you're a bit of an odd fellow. Any idea what may have killed this beast and ravaged it in such a manner?
All I've experienced with is bombs. So
Not
Explosions.
something a bomb could do, I would imagine.
not that I would know. They don't really ravage people in ways of food.
Does anyone have medicine? Is it skill?
I have medicine. Would I know of this?
Maybe.
With
Make a
medicine?
skill check.
You'd have to walk up to it.
How-
You have to get up to it and.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna go investigate and do a medicine check on it.
Okay, as you descend, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm just still back here watching over here.
You have proficiency in that, though, right?
I do.
Yeah.
13?
Yeah, you're very close to succumbing to like the stench, but you're able to like stave it back.
Okay.
And again, as you come up to it, you see this poor deer has just been like mutilated, and there's a trail going 10 feet back as it pulled whatever chunk of meat out of it. And now it's just rotting. So go ahead. And what are you trying to discern? You're trying to discern what caused it?
I'm gonna try to who/what caused it.
Okay.
What creature?
And
As
what-
a nature check.
Okay, make a nature check then.
That's 15.
You obviously these deer and elk are rather large, so you discern it's a large creature. You would probably guess an animal of some sort.
Perhaps a bear.
I'm gonna convey that to the group.
Okay.
In
And
my response prematurely.
Why
And
the
I mean-
fuck is a bear and an elk fighting in a building?
Why are elk
I thought
attacking
this was
farms
the same
and
place
destroying
as-
crops?
Ian, what the fuck?
Maybe they're were elk and were
Were
bear.
it's
It
like
is
one
dark
farm
out,
and it's
isn't it?
another, and they transform.
Yeah.
What you
Go
mean
like
to say it's
crazy.
a baby Wendigo?
I guess, yeah, that'd be pretty close to a were elk.
So, while he's doing that, can I proceed forward?
Yeah, of course. You have to do something.
I'm thinking that they're
You either have to like walk over it, or you have to take time to like move it.
I'll move it if no one else does.
I'm not walking over it.
Is there horns or?
No,
Yeah,
it's a
I can throw you over it.
I'll
if
walk
you'd like.
over it.
No one throws me.
okay. As you do so, like
Your
you're
float.
You think I'm
You're
Gimli?
like your legs like just get covered in this like stench and like this it's just like black ooze around your legs as like this rotting corpse is now like all up to knee high essentially. It's
I
just-
said step over it, not step in it.
I mean it's a large elk.
It's 10 feet.
So if I step over it, you'd have to like walk on it.
Yeah, you're like walking on it, and as you do, your foot like collapses into it, and it doesn't hurt you. It's just your leg is now
This is where
sticky.
the jump spell would come in. The only
Very well.
usage of the jump spell ever.
Oh, Rivers. For
I'm
showing
going
off.
to move that.
Yeah. So you take your time to remove it.
I will follow them in because I'm
Come
just watching
along,
the mirror.
Maxwell. I'm gonna stay, like, wherever you move me with you, unless I say otherwise.
And I'm
Gotcha.
kind of hanging out right behind wherever the torch is at because I'm using the darkness to my advantage. I'm going to make my Constitution check now.
So you're gonna stay in the darkness, but within eye
10!
shot of the torch.
You puke, and you are now what's the you're
Second.
yeah you're
Useless.
you're essentially you have void death.
10.
Go on YouTube and watch our Starfinder game.
You're-
If you want to see me have a disease the whole time.
You essentially have the effects of poisoned, which is just disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You're not poisoned, but you're just like succumb to the foul
Oh.
stench.
It's that big beak you got.
Useless.
You just have
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
useless.
hit anything.
So I'll be watching you guys the rest of this time.
It only lasts for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Is there any way just healing him normally? Like cure wounds or something? Heal that?
Yeah, if you can remove a condition.
I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll open again.
Hey, a door.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Good
more of
thinking.
like an archway. It's not even a door. And in this chamber, you can see that there's some like crudely made beds and things like that.
Do you have the torch?
Yes.
It's obvious that this is where the lumberjacks would rest. And there's a table. There's some old provisions which have all now been either picked through by little scavengers or have rotted away.
Still left because of the stench.
Yeah, I'll go in the room and look for anything else peculiar besides their items.
Besides their items, I mean, it looks like this room has been relatively untouched. It doesn't appear anything is like. It doesn't look like anyone has come in and searched it. It looks like you are the first sense, probably.
These are skill checks too.
Yes.
Perception. Oh, there's a 4. After all that.
You have disadvantage.
While they're all doing that, I'm just gonna quick check the other corpse real quick with investigation. Like, looking for anything money-wise or
What other corpse?
the
On the elk?
elk corpse.
That was just to represent the squares that the corpse was taking.
Oh, okay. So I just checked for like money type something I could salvage.
Yeah, the elk has a coin purse.
It's a were-elk, so...
Horns or like, any type of like medicine I might be able to use.
There's nothing on it.
Okay, well, I
can get
was
a
determined
flank
for that,
on it.
honestly. I'm still checking,
I can
but
get a
I
flank
didn't
on
find
it.
anything.
So if we run into any combat, I'm looking
Oh
for
yeah,
that
that's
flank.
right. You'll just cancel.
Mhm.
Just flank with him. He needs the flank anyway. So.
Right. And then, as you
I
can
need
see,
it now too.
the way forward is that you have Hall to your right, or you can keep going straight forward.
What is the layout straightforward?
Dark
Again,
hall.
it's darkness, so unless you go,
I have 60 feet of dark vision.
it's a dark corridor which comes to some sort of junction up here. You see like a wall here.
Okay, so it looks like it is a dead end forward. There could be branching paths, but
Yeah. And then this way,
that is my vote.
What's your vote?
So we go to the right.
and you definitely smell more stench coming from this way.
Follow our nose.
Yeah,
Away?
wonderful.
Follow our nose away. Because that seems the more pleasant.
As much as I'm not feeling good about it, clearly. This is gonna take us
I
forever to this.
am enjoying that Ragnik is having a poor time. So I am trying to urge him along to the stench. Because he dragged me out here, so I want this to be as unpleasant for him as it is for me.
I'm just like following along the wall.
So I hate this as well, but I'm like, oh,
My plan
yeah,
was to
just
hang in the
head
shadows.
toward the stench, of course.
My plan was to hang in the shadows anyway, so this works out kind of.
Cornelius, you're right. Let's go.
Yes. Right again.
As usual.
So as you start going on, it's clear that this path is where whatever it is.
I start
Like-
walking this way.
This direction?
I'm not even looking at where you're
Is that what you say
going.
out loud?
Yeah.
Direction.
And
Whoever is bringing up the rear, make sure that the bird does not get lost.
I'll follow you guys.
Where are you at? Are you going up here, Ian?
I'm behind
Nope.
whoever's last.
You're
That was
back
it.
here.
I would be in the back
I mean, you can
catching
really
up
do
at
wherever
some
you want
point.
at this point. It's not like you're moving in order.
Yeah.
Where would you want-
I've been
Can I
next to you
Where
this
would
whole
you want to
time.
be on the walking order? Because this, you do have this
I'm with
horse.
them or something, but could I make a investigation or just a perception check to see where the blood trail's going from those two deer from before?
the one
Sorry.
deer, it was one deer.
The one
You
big deer.
misled everyone
Sure.
with your 2D floors.
Kids
I
put
got
deer
3
inside.
plus whatever it is.
It's hard for you to find any
7.
blood trail.
I want to try.
So 7, yeah.
I didn't think of it.
No!
Noticing people trying to look for blood on the ground, I think that's a good idea as well. 9.
You can't really discern anything with your dark vision ahead of the torch. It's hard for you to see anything like that. Like you see like splotches on the ground, but that could just be moss. It could be blood. It's hard for you to tell.
We're following our noses then.
When I was investigating the elk, I just rerolled 18. What was missing from the elk? Like body parts, heart, kidney, such. Anything like?
It doesn't look like anything in particular was. It looks like whatever ripped out of it was just going for like chunk.
Okay.
So I mean, there may be like some partial organs left,
Yes.
but it's mainly just
wild eating.
It's
no,
a bear.
particular.
eviscerated.
I'm going with the bear.
Werebear.
So there's this doorway here, and then this leads on.
Yes,
I'm just gonna keep.
and that's actually a door.
Oh, it is a door.
It's actually a door.
So still
Hanging out behind you,
by the
like,
wall.
Trying to keep in the shadows.
Can I push it open?
We're not animals. Knock.
I push it open.
I just wanted to laugh at you for being stupid.
The door is actually it's clear this door hasn't been touched in ages. I mean, it's old. It's sturdy wood, but it's old, aged, and you pushing on it, it may have been locked, so you might have a struggle, but you're able to just easily, with your massive arm,
Right.
you are able to open the door, and you
Give
reveal.
me a strength check
Uh,
because you're weak.
Just make a strength check of 3.
Yeah, right. You reveal a rather large chamber, which is lined the walls with, it looks like a big bookcase.
Well, you'll find me in here.
Don't need that. Give me the
So I
sandwich.
take it you walk right in then?
Yeah,
And
Did
as you
someone
just take
say
your
books?
first step,
I'm just taking lead here.
I'm gonna grab the door and pull it shut.
On him?
before you can do that, as his first step goes, you hear like kind of like a click as the plate of your foot kind of just like drops and descends a little bit, and you get
Strange.
what's your AC?
14.
You get a hit by a dart in your neck.
You should go back in time.
I can't yet.
Damn.
If I was level 2,
Yeah.
And you take 4 damage.
is there?
We definitely have a
I am-
conversation of what you can do and I can do later on
Mm-hmm.
with our skills. So
I will quickly pull it out, see if there is any like lingering effect from it. Like,
Sure.
am I feeling woozy or anything?
It looks like there was a notch for poison, but this has been so long the poison has became useless, and whatever it was that soaked into you doesn't have any effect.
Thank God.
So you close the door, like as you're closing the door.
I think I would have been closing it and then see you go like this. What happened to you?
Just a lawn toy.
Are you playing lawn darts now?
Stop fooling around.
Run around in this room quickly.
I don't feel like being foolish.
Just for my sake. I wish to make sure there's no more darts.
Then go make sure there are no more darts. I'm just kidding. Ha! So I will go walk up along the bookshelves.
As you run,
Outrage.
as you run across, your footing is fine, and you are able to make it a quick circle around.
Oh, thank you, Ragnik.
But watch out for that one.
Thank you again. You've done me a good service. I'm gonna peek out into the hallway and say, "Books in here."
Books, I say. Books.
alright, I
Looks
see this
here.
dart and I'm very enticed, so I cast mage armor on me. Alright, I drink a potion to get some mage armor.
Okay.
It's 13 plus dex.
You realize that lasts for like,
Yeah,
8 hours.
It'll be good for your
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah. So
So-
that's the rest of the day.
whenever you use it, it's pretty much, you're good for the whole adventuring day.
But I'm gonna, as he's coming in here, I'm gonna head to the bookshelf and just grab a random book.
As you grab
I use
it,
that one.
like the binding is solid, but all the papers just like fall out onto the ground, and they're all like they're almost like dust onto the ground.
What? So these two are in here.
Could I
I'm in there
investigate
too.
to see if there is perhaps
Are you
one
in there with him, or are you
book?
looking ahead?
I'm looking ahead.
To see if there's perhaps
Go back
one
here.
or maybe even many books that look like newer or stronger than the others. 20.
I have to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. You don't have to announce it. You can just go. Just
Well, I'm just letting you know.
I don't.
That's
Good luck
where he's
using the bathroom.
going.
You are able to find like a scroll rack, and you pull out a couple, and with the way it's shaped, you are able to like withdraw the contents of a single scroll. All the rest are worn by time.
I thought that was a save scroll, but you burned it to make it useful for the.
No, that one's over here.
Very nice.
But it's
Suffer some water damage.
I literally
after
thought you
that
put a
time.
cigarette to it, just or a lighter.
Nope, I did not.
I will very carefully undo its binding.
I can tell you are very careful in doing
And
this.
say, Rodnick!
Oh! Kindling, good.
While I was opening this carefully, I'm also grabbing book after book from the shelf. Are they all falling to dust?
It's all falling to dust.
Alright, well I'm still doing it. I'm just looking for that book.
There's like dust now billowing in this room, and
Stop it! Just get out of
All
here!
the dust that would have been coming to
Yeah.
me.
It looks as though there's some strange writing, as well as an open book with some feathers and perhaps a rising sun.
Let me see.
Maybe you can make something of it.
Good picture.
Ah. It says knowledge is on the horizon, and it shall set you free as a bird.
We have a bird with us.
Yeah, he can have fun.
Does this happen to be primordial, dwarven, or ogre, or common language?
no.
Awareness? Nothing that I can know
He found
You're
one
not really in the
scroll
room.
that didn't fall apart.
So I'll go around to each person and say, can you read this? Can you read this? Can you read this?
I know common and orange.
I know common, dwarven, and gnomish.
I know Elvish from common.
Say, can't you
So
figure
read
out
it?
what it says through your little spell thingy you do?
I certainly can, young man.
Is that like a, just a scroll or is it a magic scroll?
That's what you see.
I need but 10 minutes if the rest of you wish to scout ahead. Don't want to draw myself too thin on my daily castings. I'd prefer to do this ritualistic.
Sounds good. I'll leave the library to you, wizard.
Someone stay with Cornelius.
Well,
Volunteer.
Yes, I would choose you. There are feathers on here, if you've seen. Rub your feather on it during my ritual. I'm gonna pluck a feather out of you. Just use it as part of my
I'm just
ritual.
gonna like sit back against the wall,
I'm with the not hero.
looking at the
He
doorway.
is the hero.
I'm gonna join
Whether he wants to be or not.
Because all these things are turning to dust. I'm getting bored of burning on the dust.
Sure. Do you want to draw just 20 feet forward and then a T intersection?
Not quite.
Like that.
Right there too.
Yeah, 10 feet forward. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll come around. It's just this is awkward.
I got
I
you.
don't really have a lot of room. But yeah, so T's.
We get it. It's T intersection, yeah.
I'm ready to stride with you.
I'm getting peek
And
right
you guys
between
have
you two.
the torch with you?
Yep.
He does. Yeah.
Okay. To your left, you would see with your dark vision outside of another like mound, about 30 or about 40 feet to the left.
Is it moving?
It's sitting still. And to your right, with the flame, you see there's another open archway into something.
The mound there.
Yep, and it's a straight corridor to it too. For some reason, my black is dying out. These are pretty old markers, though, so
What
it's
do you got?
understandable. My head's out of frame. I'm gonna sit back down.
I honestly might have some more map markers.
Is it 2 spaces or 1?
What?
Is it 2 spaces or 1?
It's just one space.
Alright. And what do we see to the right?
It's 20 feet, and then stone archway. So another opening like you've seen before.
Stone archway, as in a dead end?
Like an archway, an opening.
Oh, okay, so like a little circle, or half circle.
Can I see further with my dark vision?
Like do like a little half circle.
It's
this way.
just
So it's
that
like
you
a-
can't like distinguish. You can
There's
see
no bottom,
further.
though.
No,
There you
there's
go.
nothing like that.
Excuse me, Twitch.
It's like an entrance. It's like an entrance. All we see is an entrance.
This is why we have a break in the middle, so everyone can have their bathroom break.
I brought this in. I've drank 6 beers.
I didn't do it
You're a
that
big
way.
man. I would know. I was
I don't leave break the seal, so I just go whenever I want.
So the right is not blocked. Not that we see. Let's take that road.
To the right?
Yes.
Definitely to the right. You can tell the smell is stronger.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
There might be more elk down there.
Actually, down this way. You wanna come?
Yeah, just keep me with you.
As you
I'm gonna like stay at the intersection and look towards the other way just in case.
okay, as you stand there, it's like a giant circular chamber, and yes, yep, which is 30 feet diameter.
That's 3.
So
3
just,
all the way around.
30. So. Sure.
Something like that.
And besides the stench, you definitely see there is signs, littered bones, and mounds of refuse and things like that. As well as in the center of the room, there is a raised platform with a dais on it.
A dais?
The last airbender.
It's a dais is like a pedestal or something you would set something on,
Oh, okay. So it's
Is
a
there
table.
something set on it?
A stone table.
more or less. I prefer the word dais.
Yes.
Yes, and like with your light persisting, you hear something from inside to make an unnerving noise which you've not heard prior.
Is that loud enough for us to hear in here?
No.
Stone building.
Sword.
And you 3 can roll initiative.
I literally got a 2. So 3 initiative.
Yep.
Fuck.
Speaking as a free action, I just roll it.
I'm obviously looking the other way, so this makes sense.
Oh.
Does it bite me?
All right. What do you have?
15.
My character.
Rognick.
19.
And you have a 3.
Which makes way too much sense. So.
Okay. Rodnick.
19.
You see figures in the room outside of torchlight. So they're in the back half. Of the room.
Figures.
Figures.
Oh.
30-foot room. Yeah, that's a pretty big room.
Wuxio! Maybe give the others a heads up. We have found creatures.
What'd you say?
I think from 15
I'm 3
feet.
initiatives, so I'm like.
That just means you're
Huh?
unprepared for battle.
Okay, I hear you, but it takes me a second to like hear you.
And I'm going to
Daydreaming.
Yeah.
pull out my great axe right away.
All right.
But we can't see them. They're far enough away out of 20 feet of the torchlight.
Yeah. You don't see them.
He has dark vision.
I
30-foot room.
see shapes and stuff.
You don't
Oh,
see in
gotcha.
dark vision. You don't see. It's not like how we see now. It's
Yeah, mine's all red.
I thought it was
hues.
more like
It's different.
grayscale, actually.
yeah, but
That
you-
might just be Pathfinder. But
No, Pathfinder you see normally with dark vision.
Uh-huh.
No, you don't.
That's what it says in the skill. You see normally.
Oh, well,
and
that's a skill.
Dark. No,
That might be
dark
a skill.
vision and race. It literally rates it. You
Yeah.
see normally in the dark.
But I'm saying,
But
in
different in
Okay.
5e.
Yeah,
Anyways.
this one
Yes.
I see red, so I see shades of red
Yeah.
for me.
yeah.
But if we were comparing it to Pathfinder, Pathfinder's different. That's why we're used to that.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So you do see like shapes,
I'm
like
just
gray
preparing
shapes on the horizon.
for something to be threatening me immediately.
Obviously.
Oh, okay.
So when something comes up to me, I want
Sure.
to attack it.
And then we have Ricard.
Can I also ready an action?
Sure, but you don't see anything.
I don't see nothing.
You hear things, but you don't see anything.
Entering the room seems kind of like a bad idea then.
I haven't moved yet.
Yeah. Ask him, what does he see?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Shapes moving.
Shapes moving. Helpful.
Dark vision is not what you think it is. Or being able to see in dark places isn't as you see in daylight.
Well, no, I'll take a step backwards
Okay.
and ready in action.
All right. And then out of the darkness into the flickering of your light, you see these two large figures, which are like they have fur and they are like bear shaped, but they look really distorted and like just like they have weird like flesh falling off. They have like weird burn marks and things like that, and they come marching up. And they both get into range and strike me.
Is it large?
Can I
four
attack
square?
them then?
Yeah, it is.
So one only one be able to fit.
They'll squeeze. It's no big deal.
So
Okay, so we got two
disadvantage
tightly
Yeah.
300 style. Alright.
Can I attack one as it?
Yeah,
comes
of
into
course.
view? I'm gonna roll my d12 this time.
Okay.
Good think.
22 to hit,
That'll hit.
so 14 damage to the one in front of me. Immediately in front.
Okay.
Does it take a large
He takes.
big
He
swing
takes.
at it?
You take like a big swing and like a big chunk of its flesh like just falls off, and it doesn't seem to affect it. It's still like ravaging
I
coming
should
at
have
you.
took that skill. Damn it.
And what's your AC?
18.
Okay, the first one will hit you. The second one won't. The one you hit with your axe, you slow down enough, but the other one is quick to melee attack you, and with his bite, which does 6 damage, and then he still is able to rend up with his claws and try to hit you as well.
all that disadvantage.
Yes, at disadvantage.
Motherfucker.
The claws miss because of the squeeze, but he is definitely able to bite you.
Okay.
And then it goes Wuxio. You
Okay.
see, you in the light now.
I mean,
because of
I
the
have dark
torch.
vision.
Well, even with, I'm saying in the light,
Yes.
you see these two like large snapping things coming out of the darkness and attacking your barbarian.
Alright, well, I immediately ready a alchemic bomb, and I'm gonna throw it over Rognik's head
Okay.
towards the back of these figures, so I'm not hitting him. I'm gonna throw it towards the back of them,
Sure.
so it's definitely not gonna be a critical, even if I roll one.
You don't roll to attack then. I just roll reflex.
I'm rolling to hit one of them. The other one, I have to roll a hit.
Who's throwing on him?
Walk through that.
Because it's a 5-meter radius. So I have to
So
roll.
either you attack one or you attack a square and you hit everything within 5.
No, I can attack one and I hit everything within 5. I just hit that one, or I hit an area and I hit everything within that 5. You know.
So which are you doing?
So I'm hitting one of them and hitting 5 around it.
Okay, I'll have to relook at that spell. But yeah, that's fine.
So I have to hit the other one.
Okay.
20.
I think it does splash damage.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you hit the one,
And
Yeah.
splash damage, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to roll to hit the one.
Right.
That's what you have to do.
Okay. Well, I'll roll damage with it. 4 plus 6, so 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dud. Like it's steaming and doing all these things, and you throw it, and it just doesn't do anything.
Jamie
Okay.
just texted. He said dark vision is in black and white, but other than that, like normal in Pathfinder. So
Yeah, I just looked it up too.
In Pathfinder.
I mean, mine's red hue. I know that much.
But anyway, after that, it is
that's in fact I didn't know.
Roderick.
Black and white.
Rognick.
Rog Nick.
I like Roderick.
That dud did not make people aware that we were fighting.
No, I mean they're in a closed room, and I mean it was a dud, so it
Yeah.
not really
You
long.
didn't yellow with your free action.
Hey, that's what I was trying. What? I still have a free action.
Your turn's over now.
Yeah.
Speaking, you just
Speaking
do
of the free
freely. You
action.
can't have a full conversation in a round, but 6 seconds of saying something.
Well, technically, my first second is like preparing the bomb. So
It's a free action. Free action is free.
yeah,
You can do it on your turn.
I intended for the bomb to work, and you guys would have heard it. So yeah. But go ahead.
I'm gonna rage out of excitement for this
Excitement?
battle. Yeah, I'm excited to prove my worth.
2 fire-based right in front of him.
So I rage for my bonus action, and I swing at the one that I
You
attacked
took a
earlier.
meat out of. Okay.
That's just +2 to strength, so my attack and damage.
Yeah.
Just checking that I read it right. 22 to hit,
Read that now.
That'll hit.
and then 10 more damage.
Again, you take a bigger chunk out of him. You're just like hacking into him, but even so, he's just rabid and still coming after you. Ricard.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna help get. One of them get attack of opportunity on me if I move in against
No.
it. No. Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna help. Get in there and help the
We'll fix this. If you guys are in there.
dwarf before he gets in too much trouble. From the giant cat attacking the field.
Yes.
All right, and I'll swing at him. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 will hit.
All right, and he will take
You're hitting the healthy one?
the one in front of me. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
he'll take 10.
You deal 10 damage. You deal a lot of damage. They'll.
You got a mini crit, did you not?
I rolled a.
The one
Six
that you've been
damage.
hacking at, he's angry that you're hitting him, and he'll hit you with his bite for. Oof, that's a mini crit. For 12 damage.
Is that piercing?
Yes.
I have reduction.
So yeah.
Did you roll a disadvantage?
What?
Did you?
I'm rolling 2d20s.
Oh, okay. I only heard two
I
die
know,
roll.
yeah.
I was like, what?
And then his claws will miss you. Ricard, seeing a friend in front of you, or seeing that you are a new target in front of you, he will attack you. What's your AC?
15.
He will hit you just barely for 7, and with his claws, he'll miss. They don't like the squeezing has impeded them from getting their hands up, but their biting is on point as they are able to
It's a
just
really high attack with their bites, probably.
+6. And then it goes to Wuxio.
So I just read my thing, and they make a dexterity saving throw against my intelligence, and the splash damage is half, and each creature makes also a dexterity saving
Yeah.
throw.
So he targets one creature. It makes a dex save. It makes
Dex
a dex save, and then creatures within 5 feet of that creature also make a dex save or take half the damage the primary target took.
Okay.
Yep. Which is D10. So
So it's really good, but
yeah.
this is only cantrip. So I guess it balances out.
Were you hurt in this last thing? A lot?
I've been attacked.
Okay.
No, you can keep it with it.
So I'm going to
I assume you're gonna rewrap it up. So
I already used my
I'm gonna get a
thing.
binder eventually to keep all my stuff.
what?
I'm gonna do another alchemic bomb. I'm just gonna throw it, and then I'm gonna run towards these guys after that. But
Okay.
throw it first.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw it first.
All right. Well, I just gotta do
You just roll
damage.
damage, right? So they
Yeah.
make their saving throw
Nice.
first.
6.
9.
Well, 9. Yeah.
So they make a saving throw.
They make saving throw. Dexterity. That's my 18. 18
Plus to
intelligence.
their dex. No, your saving throw is only 14.
It's 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your ability modifier.
Oh, okay. So 8 plus my 6 intelligence modifier.
No. Well, yes and no.
8
It's
plus
your proficiency is 2. Okay.
makes it to 10.
Plus 8 plus your modifier
Okay, so
is 4.
So it's basically just 10 plus your modifier.
got
So
it.
your save is 14.
So it's 14. Yeah. Got it. So you gotta be 14.
One will succeed. The other will fail.
So which one succeeds?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same damage. So.
No, one's half.
There's a primary and secondary.
Oh yeah.
I hit the one closer to him, so like the one closer this way
I guess I wouldn't matter.
Okay.
for primary.
So he succeeds. So does he take any?
He
The
would take
primary
nothing,
takes-
but the secondary would take half.
Okay.
I thought you said just the secondaries can nullify the damage if.
Both can nullify
Both
it.
nullify.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reread it. Yeah.
Okay. So he takes 4 damage. Sounds
Yep.
good. And as you turn to run, that lump is now right next to you, and as you try to run, it attacks you.
This little die there.
Yep.
Oh god. Okay. Roll for.
You don't roll anything. I roll to try to hit you.
Okay.
What is it?
I'm at 14 AC.
So I hit you with a 19. And it does 5 damage. Plus 3 acid damage.
I got 1 hit point left.
Are you wearing non-magical metal armor?
I am wearing mage armor right now, and that's about it. I'm not wearing any armor.
Okay, then nothing happens.
I don't have poison resistance yet.
But it's just this like lump of like
Acid.
snot that just hit you.
Ow. Well,
Can you
I
hear him
am
scream
like,
out of that from over here?
Yeah, I mean,
am
make a
screaming. Yes, acid.
from that make a what's your passive perception?
14.
Yeah, you hear it.
Okay, thank God. Trace,
I would hope.
free actions. Remember, is
I threw a
free
bomb.
actions.
Go ahead and
And I was
roll,
trying to run. That was my free action.
roll your initiative and we'll just add it in because we're at the top.
14.
Of it now. Fireworks. 14 for Maxwell.
I have a 17.
Jesus. 17
I
for
hope those are
Cornelius.
fireworks.
Those are fireworks. Nope, someone's just on a shooting street on my street. It's okay. We're safe inside the house.
My bomb exploded this time, so I feel like you guys. Were
Hearing the noise, Cornelius, Rodnick is going first.
I should just put a D in, like, Rod.
yeah, you should.
R-O-D-G-N-I-K.
I mean, you're a dwarf. It's not unusual.
Rodganek.
Trying to, just shrug off these wounds that have occurred, and, I yell out, "Helm, give me strength to withstand this damage."
It's a lot of talking for someone in rage. I'm just joking.
She said it quick. He didn't think about it.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
thought.
it came
It's a
out faster
prayer.
than I presented it. And I swing at him again. Ooh. 16.
That'll hit.
Then it's 12 damage.
You're finally able to like take enough off him to where he kind of just becomes a lump on the ground now.
Ah!
But now it is Cornelius' turn. You hear screams outside down the hallway.
Screams of victory. partial victory.
No, I'm screaming. I got hurt.
I don't know.
Are you going to deal with this?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep doing my ritual.
Oh.
If I peek out the doorway, can I see?
You see two shapes at the end of the hallway.
That's pushing it with the dark vision.
And you see like a little light coming from the right. Because that's where the torch is.
Is this
Can I delay my action until after he goes?
Sure.
Okay.
Next we have Rickard. Excuse me.
I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me.
All right.
I got an 11 on the attack roll.
That will just hit.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, and he'll take 7 damage.
Wow, he's taking
That's-
damage.
Is he still up?
Yeah,
VKC with
I,
the hit.
because I have the mobile perk, can move without him gaining the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Move me back with
Okay.
I'm looking a bit weathered, by the way, for anyone who can see me.
And he's now going to attack you.
Yeah.
So with his bite, he'll miss. But with his claws, 19
Yeah, he hits.
Sorry, it was you or me.
He doesn't have disadvantage
for
anymore.
8 slashing.
So 4.
And then the snot will continue to attack you, Mr.
Yes.
Wuxio. Yeah, I hit you for 2 damage plus 10 more acid damage.
Oh god. I am down.
All right.
Saving throw.
You don't make until your
At
turn.
all. Or just. No.
What negative are you at?
Yeah, 8 plus what?
No.
2 and 10.
2 and 10, 12.
Jeez. Okay, I'm negative 11.
You're dead.
What's your con?
His con's 12.
If you hit your hit point maximum at negative, you die.
He's at negative 11.
I had 1 hit point.
Yeah, but his
What's
hit
your
point maximum is 9.
9.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Plus 1, 8. 1d8.
Plus 1.
Plus 9. Plus 1. It's 9.
Oh. Well,
Goodbye.
we'll deal with that in a
You
minute.
burn up
Okay.
in an acid pool on the ground.
Next we have... Who's
I'm gonna
next?
look up my character, see if I see
some people
poison
were holding
resistance.
their actions.
What?
I believe some people were holding
Yeah,
their
next
actions.
is Maxwell.
Alright. 5, 10, 15. I'm just gonna follow the wall down. Well, he's got the torch now, so I can see.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You're by the doorway,
I
right?
moved. Right. I'm just delaying my standard until he does something.
Plus,
35,
Would that work with
40.
HP?
So I have to do a double move to
If you
get
hit
up.
your hit point maximum and negative, you're dead.
Okay.
Listen.
It doesn't matter.
okay.
Move up to it.
Sounds good. Next
And,
is...
and then when I see you, I'm gonna wave you over. Initiating like.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
We'll just say you're at your threshold, so you only get 2 death saving throws. If you get 2 death saving throws, then you die.
Okay.
So you still have to make 3, but
Little
you weren't supposed to die yet.
Yeah.
So okay. So it's your turn. So go ahead and make your first death saving throw.
I'm going.
Oh yeah, you're right. You get a standard.
So I will just pop some force missiles down the hallway. I'm mad that my ritual is being interrupted, so I'll see some amorphous blob and just. I won't give it much thought. My magic missile hinges on watching the movements of my creature and knowing precisely where it's going to be 2 seconds from now. 6. 13 damage.
Oof, it's hurting.
We did it last time.
You see like
I've been rolling really good.
You see it like kind of like blobbing, and like as it rises, your force missiles like hit it, and you see it like kind of like expand out and like shrink, and now it's like kind of like less good.
Finish it off. I'm busy in here. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to return to my ritual point.
Like, at level 5, I have it.
Yeah, you're not at level 5 though.
Yeah, but you know.
Alright, and then we go to Wuxio, make your first death saving throw. Okay, so you get 1.
Cool.
Next is
Success.
Rognit.
If I just move in front of him, is he? Can he attack?
He's essentially taking up both squares now.
Okay.
So you are in front of him.
You can still attack him diagonally too.
Right. I just wanted to, I guess, for visualization, step in between him and my.
You are in between him. You're as in between as you can be.
You're very wide.
I will not run from combat. Swing at him.
Swing away.
Plus, if you stay right there,
Swing
you
away,
can
Meryl.
squeeze with that counter.
Ooh. 11. No. 12.
You got a hero hit on an 11. Yeah, you hit.
And then 11 damage.
You take a massive chunk out of this guy, and he's still hanging in there, but you can tell he's like
22.
he's like.
But I'm not swinging my axe. I'm leaning on it.
Next we have Cornelius. That was all the aid you wish to offer.
Total defense.
Ricard.
Charge attack.
Kill still.
That little charges a creature and 7 characters.
Charge attack I think gives you a plus
Just
2.
say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
It's do or die here for both of you.
I think. Sure.
advantage.
Does that give you any kind of disadvantage doing the charge attack?
I would have to look. You can just have advantage.
Yeah,
Roll it again.
Roll it again to see if you get a 20 though.
Vintage.
19 1.
Otherwise, I do 5 damage to him.
You drop it.
Nice.
Like, you run up and just plunge into his face. And,
Not no up killer now.
You thought I left you to die.
but the blob now has something new to attack.
Hey! Maybe I can do something.
Hey, what's going on behind us?
Yeah.
He misses you. Like
Okay.
he cannot hit you. So, but he sees you're there, and he like flails out at you.
Wuxio.
Wuxio.
Next is Maxwell.
Yeah! Doesn't matter. I already rolled a 2.
Alright.
Section.
Yeah, you're right. Got 2 good rolls. Let's see here. That's plus 6, so 19.
That's it.
8 damage.
This thing is like looking more like a puddle. Like there's like a little bit of form left in it that might
Whatever,
strike
I
out.
just hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, your hit like reverberates enough to where it's like
We only had to hit
damaging this thing.
A D4 would be interesting.
Next we have
It's
Wuxio.
either like
That's it.
1 or 4.
Yeah.
13.
You succeed.
Okay.
Next we have top of the order.
What's my name?
Say my name. Dwarf, what would you like to do?
Is it safe to say, even being in this combat, that I noticed that?
You hear things going on. You heard Wuxio fall.
Okay, I was just more concerned with this.
You would have heard me. Ugh. No!
And like a slap of a palm
Yeah.
of a fist. So,
Some glue.
It's like a palm on water. It's like him like slapping it like a pop.
Calming energy.
Good motion.
Karate
with
kid.
my great axe kind of in my hand, but on the ground. I'm gonna pull out a javelin
There you go.
and hurl it as best I can at the risen puddle.
Sure.
18.
Yeah, you hit it, and it just like whatever. It just becomes like it flattens into like a pool of goo. And with that, our party members are hurt, and these creatures have been destroyed. So be sure you join us next time to see what happens on Dudes of Divination. Our live streams are Fridays. We're actually going to be taking off next week for the holiday, so it'll be 2 weeks from now. Join us then. We'll resolve what happens here, and we'll see you at the table. Have a good night.
Question mark.
You coming, guys?
Ooh, that